That's odd. Why does my thingy say 6004? Hey guys, MYT here, and oh my goodness, thank you so much for 6,000 views. Just nearly 2 years after I created my channel, I hit 1,000 views, and a year and a half after that, I managed to get 5,000 more views. Wow, my channel is growing rapidly. But wait a second. You might say, wait, Edward YT, why, if your channel's growing rapidly, how come you lost 2 of your subscribers within the first 2 weeks of this month? Well, obviously it's true that I lost 2 subscribers in 2 weeks, but it's because I gained 5,000 views in just a year and a half, compared to my 1,000 view hit almost 2 years after I created my channel on January 10th, 2016. So yeah, thank you so much for 6,000 views. Anyway, so I'm gonna be reacting to My Dad Has 2 Families, and We Are Not the First One by Actually Happened. So, Actually Happened is a story channel where they post stories every day, which used to be every other day. And I pretty much love this channel, except the fact that there are some controversies that the stories are actually fake. But anyways, let's not ramble anymore. Let's just get on with the story. Okay, volume's on, and let's just start the video. A story.
Hi, my name is Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
And while this story was taking place, my life went all the way to complete chaos.
How?
I mean, it's that kind of story where you question if you are who you are, and if anything you had ever known is real. And all this happened in about a week or so.
Okay.
I promise I'll try to remember everything correctly.
Okay.
Sometimes all I can recall is just emotions.
Oh.
I still remember pretty clearly the last day when everything was normal.
Okay.
It was a Sunday, and I'd spent the whole day together with my parents. My mom's name is Melissa.
Wait, sorry to pause the video, but just now she mentioned that the incident that she got involved in was on a Sunday. And I'm going to tell you my opinion on Sunday, that I pretty much hate Sundays because it's pretty much the day that you had to get ready to go to school the day later. And I pretty much hated it. But don't worry, I recently graduated from 5th grade. I graduated from elementary school, so that means I like Sundays now. As long as it's not about getting ready for school tomorrow. But nah, it's summer break, so let's get on with it.
And my dad's name is Tom.
Okay, so her mother's name is Melissa, and her father's name is Tom.
Went to the movies and finished the day chilling in our front yard. We laughed so much that day, just the 3 of us. Then, the next day, my dad had to leave.
Okay.
It was just another trip of many.
Okay.
I've always known that he worked in a company with offices on both the West and East Coast.
Okay.
We live in California.
Yeah,
so every other week he has to fly to New York for 5 to 7 days.
My dad came from New York.
Sometimes these periods were longer, sometimes shorter, and it's been like this for years already, so I never questioned it. When he was away, Mom and I would miss him a lot, of course, and look forward to him coming back. The family was not complete without him.
Yep.
In addition, when he was away, he was so busy, he couldn't even call us on some of the days. And he always said he missed us too, and that every day he would dream about coming home.
Okay,
so
that's good.
That time is just like any other time. He had his return ticket for a week later.
Okay, that's good.
Unfortunately, his birthday was during the week he would be away. The next day, one of our teachers gave us an assignment to tell the class about how different government stuff works. Mrs. Jackson says she wants us to know about adult life. So she gives us a lot of tasks that will help us years from now. I had to create a thorough report about tax returns, what they are for, and how do we fill them out. I remembered seeing my dad fill those forms out a couple of days ago. He didn't have time to file them, so he was going to do that when he got back. So, thinking it would not be a big deal, I opened his desk
Really?
drawer where he kept all of his documents.
Okay.
The tax returns were there on top.
That's a lot of
So
stuff.
I started going through them. And here's what caught my attention.
Huh?
In the dependent column, I saw several names that I'd never heard of in my life.
I can tell that there's going to be
These people
evidence
had our
in this
last
story.
name, but I obviously did not know them. I did not want to jump to conclusions. But that was weird, right? When I took a closer look, I saw my name mentioned in this column twice.
What?
But this is a really serious document.
Wait, hold on. So, Lisa, the storyteller in the video has her name mentioned twice. So I can see the evidence. She probably had a different Lisa. She probably has a cousin also named Lisa that she never knew about. Or maybe, no, clone machines don't exist, except in films. Anyway, she probably had a cousin also named Lucia that she never heard of before. Let's find out.
To be double checked, so it could not be a mistake. Still, I tried not to panic, and I did not want to tell my mom yet, because first I had to figure it out myself.
Yeah.
My mom can get too emotional now and then. So I thought, what if I searched these people on Facebook?
Okay.
At least I could get something.
Okay.
I did. In fact, I got a lot more than I expected.
Wow.
I found some of these people, not all of them. But who I did find was a girl with the same first and last name as mine. Her face looked somewhat familiar to me, and the whole situation was pretty creepy. She was a couple of years older than me.
Okay, so...
I started looking through her pictures.
So the Lisa in the green shirt is 14 years old, while the Lisa in the yellow shirt is 16.
And after tons of photos, I found a picture that seemed to be taken on Christmas several years ago.
Okay.
There were a lot of people at the table.
Okay, how many times did I
whose
say
face
okay
was
in this
not
reaction?
fully visible, who looked very, very much like my dad about 5 years ago. I freaked out, but still managed not to panic, which was harder with every new discovery. Ironically, after all this happened, I got way more confident about...
Sorry for spoilers, but the title says that... Hold on. If you haven't watched the original video yet, I just want to let you know that you can skip the scene where I'm disclaiming the evidence. So anyways, so the title says that Lisa's family is not the first family in her father's side. So I guess that means I think her dad Tom might be cheating on his first family, I guess.
Me being able to think and act smart under pressure.
Ooh,
and
like
this time, I decided to text the girl I had found, but with a lie. I pretended to be her allegedly very distant relative who really wanted to find and get to know her family. So I asked her who the man in the picture was and what his name was. She replied really fast, saying she was glad to find a cousin that she didn't know either, and said that the man was her father and that his name was Tom. There was no doubt that it was my dad. And while I was trying to find a logical explanation,
wait a second.
What if he left that family
Not really
a long time ago
but
and just wanted to leave it all
almost
behind?
right.
Lisa said,
Let's see more
he'll
of
be
the
home from work
story
soon,
for more
so
evidence.
I can ask him whatever questions you want. No, that would just ruin everything. I didn't even consider that might happen, but I already had another story in my head. Maybe I should be a novelist or something.
Okay.
So, Dad had a
Gosh
birthday
dang
in
it,
2
how many
days.
times have I
You
said
should have
okay?
seen how sad he was, trying to look like he'd have to celebrate it at work, away from us.
Yep.
I convinced Lisa that my mom and I were Dad's distant relatives that have not seen him in ages, and that we would be there in a couple of days. And maybe we could drop by with a present as a surprise. As proof, I sent my childhood pictures with my dad. I guess this was a sad moment, but I was so pumped with adrenaline that I didn't really feel anything.
Yeah.
It felt like I was someone else who came up with this scheme, not me. But Lisa thought it was a great idea and was willing to help. She promised to keep it a secret
like
and
fun.
gave us their address. They lived in New Jersey.
Hold on, let me hear the
But Lisa
address.
thought it was a great
Okay,
idea.
I
and was
saw
willing to
that
help.
the Lisa in
She
yellow
promised to
shirt
keep it a secret
lives in New
and gave
Jersey.
us-
And the address is 123 Old Tree Road, Martin, New Jersey. Or NJ. Alright.
their address. They lived in New Jersey. So the next step, the hardest one really, was to tell everything to my mom and to convince her to do this. That was by far the most difficult conversation I've ever had in my life. Mom's first reaction was denial. But after I showed her everything, she got so depressed that she didn't want to go anywhere. As it often happens, drowning in self-pity seemed like the best option. But I used a trick. I told her that it would be the only way to take him and the other woman by surprise and to look into their shocked faces. 2 days later, we got on a plane. Both of us were getting more and more nervous with every second. So, of course, when we were approaching the house, my heart was just pounding. I don't really want to tell you about the whole scene in detail. It was not pleasant. There was a lot of confusion at first, then a lot of shouting, tears, and a huge shock for everybody. But there was one thing I did not even consider.
What is it?
When we came in and Lisa opened the door for us, the whole family was at the table. 5 kids, 2 of them in their 20s already.
Okay, so they
Dad's
graduated from
wife,
college.
who was years older than my mom, a house that looked lived in for a long time already.
This looks like
and
it
the
is built
atmosphere
around the
itself.
50s or 60s or
It
something.
did not take long to realize that this was not my dad's
exposed.
second family. We were the second family.
Or something like
My
that.
mom was the other woman. And this was my dad's real family all the way. First,
So
he was too
cheated
shocked to
on
even
his
speak.
first
Then
family
he tried to
wife,
explain
or his
himself,
real
but
wife,
nothing worked. Of course,
without
neither for us,
her even
nor for
noticing.
them. As far as I know, the other family doesn't want him to be part of their lives
This
anymore
is what
either.
happens when they
after what
found
he's
out
been
you
doing
cheated
for
on
years.
someone.
He really did work on both coasts,
Okay?
but the rest was a lie. My
Yes.
father had 2 families, and now he has no one. As for my mom and I,
But where's he
we
gonna
are
live
now trying to
now?
get used to our new life and just sort the whole story out, at least for
Okay.
ourselves. And since then, we've been chatting with the other Lisa every once in a while.
Yeah.
It sounds terrible, but it turns out that it's quite common for people who live like my father did to name their
Okay.
children the same names so they don't get confused. Talking to each other helped us get through this. That's the wildest story that has ever happened to me.
Yeah.
After all, it's always about what we learn and how we react.
Okay.
If something like that has ever happened to you, don't hesitate to share in the comments.
Alright, so that's the video. And I'm pretty much decent with it. As long as it's not... As long as it didn't end in a bad ending. I don't know if it ended in a happy one or a bad one. But the ending had the father kicked out of the house. And now Lisa and her mom are trying to find a way to start a new life. But it's at least a decent video. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this reaction video. This is my first time reacting to something since my Inanimate Insanity 2 episode 12 reaction in 2018. I'm so glad I returned the series. Well, actually not well. Anyways, thank you so much for 6,000 views. I hope you enjoyed this reaction video, and I'll see you all next time. Make sure to like and subscribe.